Hello! A huge welcome to the BAFTA Games Awards 2022. We're here at the Queen Elizabeth Hall where the very own pre-show.
Absolutely it is. Think of it as a starter, an hors d'oeuvre, an amuse-bouche, if you will, before the main course. Now, tonight is an evening of celebration and recognition for the past year in gaming. But we couldn't look back without also looking at current events first. Now, our thoughts are with the people of Ukraine and all of our colleagues affected by the crisis, as well as everyone affected by the many other conflicts around the world at this time.
Thanks, Aoife. And we're already seeing heartwarming footage online of people in the UK queuing up at donation centres, as well as offering to open up their homes to refugees. And it's been so nice to see the support already being offered. But please do keep it up. And, of course, a special mention to all of those in the games industry who have raised money and donated so far.
It's been incredible stuff, for sure. Now, for the past 12 months, gaming has once again been giving us new experiences, wonderful fiction, and visual extravagance.
Right, I'm going to roll my sleeves up for this one. All right, deep breath. In a year filled with deep dives into the frontal lobe, temporal lobe, hell, all of the lobes, Aoife.
Death loops and death loops and death. Wait, did I just repeat myself?
Crash landing on an alien planet and hoping to returnal to sender, but your address was unknown.
I don't know, Frankie. That sounds like a far cry from most other games.
But there was always fun on the horizon.
And, what about that grapple hook? Infinite possibilities with that.
But as myself and Aoife would agree, it really does take two.
And yes, it's rather tricky to rift us apart.
And on that note, it's time to make an artful escape from all of these puns. But first, shout out to producer Kieran.
I mean, he made us say all those puns, okay? It really wasn't our fault. One more, okay? There's a lot to unpack here. Okay, that's it. We're done for now. But now, we can't make any promises about whether there's going to be more puns in this show, but we can promise that tonight's show will feature 40 nominated titles across 18 categories, with 2 of those categories reserved for our nominees for performer in a leading role and performer in a supporting role.
And once again, thanks to our partnership with EE, the EE Game of the Year Award. The unique fan-led category is back and is the only award that's voted for by you, the public, so I hope you had your say.
Yes, indeed. All of the other categories, aside from the EE Game of the Year Award, have been voted for by our wonderful panel of judges, each of which is made up of a huge range of people from across the games industry. Now, speaking of categories, shall we take a look at our nominees for Best Game? Let's do it. I love the sound effects come with it, you know? Make your own.
Kicking off with a typically stylish Groundhog Day from the Vibe Merchants at Arcane Studios. Deathloop combined stealth and action with a race against the clock. Then added an extra helping of multiplayer antagonism with its fantastic Colt versus Juliana rivalry. This dynamic has earned both actors a nomination in our performer in a leading role category, as well as a total of 7 nominations for Deathloop altogether.
You know, I want to be a Vibe merchant when I grow up. Seriously. Forza Horizon.
You already are in that outfit.
Oh, thank you. Forza Horizon 5 is the British representative among our nominees for Best Game, and it was developed out of none other than Leamington Spa in England.
Of course.
So, with accessibility as a core pillar of this latest entry in the Forza Horizon series, developers Playground Games took the very impressive step of being the first AAA title to feature in-game American Sign Language and British Sign Language support for its deaf and hard of hearing players.
Thank you. Playground Games is also currently developing the reboot of one of Britain's much-loved IPs, Fable. Yes, Julia Hardy at home. Cannot wait for this one. Hello, Julia. Yay. With Forza Horizon 5 nominated tonight for game design, among 5 other awards, it'll be exciting to see them apply the same level of love to the Fable franchise that they've managed to put onto the Horizon Festival in Mexico. But dropping cars out of place can probably skip Albion for a few centuries at the very least.
And let's be honest, those guys are now absolute experts at photorealistic cacti.
Ooh.
Yeah. So now on to Inscription. Oh, I love this game, which has received 3 nominations overall. This bizarre and sinister deck building game was also nominated for original property and game design, treating us to a spoonful, just a spoonful, of Jumanji energy with a Blair Witch twist. Daniel Mullen's game's clever use of roguelike elements alongside a found footage-fueled narrative that you will not see coming has proved to be a huge hit with critics.
Tonight is also a memorable moment for co-op gaming, largely thanks to It Takes Two, a game that has dazzled across multiple categories and made me fear for my own relationship. Hazel Light Studios' latest co-op offering managed to coincide perfectly with a cultural zeitgeist that craved couch co-op experiences for a world full of players staying at home. Its mixture of mini-games, varied level design and excellent gameplay mechanics has set a very special benchmark going forward. Its 8 total nominations include recognition in the Game Beyond Entertainment and multiplayer categories.
Yes, indeed. Now, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart came relatively soon after Insomniac Games swung out 2 entries in the brand new branch of Spider-Man games. Pleased with that. If you've not heard of them by now, do look them up on the web. I'm sorry. But another stellar release for the studio, bagging itself 8 nominations in the process, Ratchet & Clank came back looking more gorgeous than ever in a truly interdimensional romp. I love that word, romp. But just don't let Peter Parker anywhere near Ratchet & Clank's multiversal mayhem, or else there might be no way home.
You're not sorry at all,
No,
are you?
I'm not.
No, it's fine. Finally, in our nominees for Best Game, Returnal gave us all a taste of sci-fi roguelike goodness with a slice of mystery, a range of orbs to run away from, and a veritable planet full of difficulty. Housemarque's signature combat visuals have translated memorably into third-person gaming, and the 9 nominations it received are a clear indication of that too, including nominations for artistic achievement and game design.
Yes, indeed. Well, the BAFTA Games Awards would not be here without the people who create, craft, and contribute, love a bit of alliteration there, towards all of these experiences that have kept us entertained for the past 12 months.
So last night, BAFTA threw a nominees party for our best, brightest, and most outlandish. And seeing as outlandish people were invited, it was only fitting to send Aoife along to have a chat with a bunch of our favourite people. Let's take a look.
I am here at 195 Piccadilly, and I am knee-deep in the cream of the games industry talent. Somehow they've let me through security, and honestly, I am not complaining. So before I get kicked out, let's find some people to talk to. I mean, there's gamers out there who now have accepted your guys' interpretations as the canonical one. I mean, that's got to feel good, right?
It feels fantastic. I mean, it's one of the things we tried to do right from the get-go, right? Is do something unique with the game and give people a fresh version of these characters. And you know, I think we accomplished that kind of.
To that testament, we've had, I think, a couple people reach out with that sentiment, and you know, just thank you to the fans, everyone who's played the game. It's been a wild, incredible ride, and I think it's far surpassed anything we could have ever expected.
You know, the gameplay is excellent and super challenging and fantastic, but there's this psychological human story that's running alongside that. And I think that people, you know, when they play it, they keep going back to that journey. It captures them in a way because it's very human.
The idea actually came from a real-life unpack when Tim moved in with me. Yeah, and there was something very game-like about the activity. A lot of games deep down are about creating order out of chaos, but this game does it pretty literally.
Were there any favorite moments throughout development?
For me, it was the first time I got the kind of the beta version or something like that, and like, oh man, there's lots of potential. Hopefully we can, you know, put it together in the coming months, and like the atmosphere and all that, you're going into this mystery, and you know, all that thing that at home when I had a chance to play it for the first time in like a year. So that was kind of a full moment for me that, hey, this is something that...
You know, in our industry is constantly evolving. We recognize that diversity is at the heart of innovation and creativity. So there's so much room for everyone. And that's what is so brilliant about these awards, is that I think it gives a platform to recognize so many different games, whether they're huge AAA titles or small, tiny teams making this game out of love. Whatever story you want to tell, games are an amazing medium to tell that story.
Two fabulous fabulous dresses 2 nights in a row, Aoife. Do you ever actually sleep?
I mean, you know, it was too exciting. There was just too many fabulous people in the room. Do you think that my fangirling came across a bit too much?
Not at all.
Oh, thank
Never.
you.
We're all fangirls when we're here at BAFTA, whether we're at the party or at the award show itself. I probably need to be banned, actually, after we finish the post-show party tonight after the main event.
They'll be escorting you off the premises.
They will. I'm not going to be allowed to mingle at all. But let's talk about what you've particularly enjoyed from the year, because I know you've been busy pretty much playing every single one of the nominees, Aoife. So it's a big list to choose from.
Pretty
40
much.
different games.
Pretty much, yeah. I have to say Returnal is high up on my list. I really enjoyed that. I've lost, I don't want to, like, I really don't want to know how many hours, but it was just, I think something about, you know, the new tech in that game, so Moorish, the SSD, you know, the really quick loading times means that just one more cycle is a bit too easy to get into, and you're just, and then 10 cycles later, you're like, where did daylight go? I thought it was, you know.
Are you a bit of a sadist? Because you do like your hard games.
I do, yeah, I do, don't I? Because I think I've played a lot of Returnal, and currently 130 hours into Elden Ring.
Which is harder?
I'd say I think I had a harder time with Returnal actually, but I think that's because I'm more familiar with FromSoft's kind of vibe. But Returnal's just so much fun.
Unpacking for me, I actually had a bit of a struggle at one point, because I suppose it's when the narrative twist happens. Look, you guys should have played it by now. If you haven't, prioritize it after the awards tonight. It's an incredible game in terms of, well, everything it does with the narrative and the way it does it is so unique. But when I couldn't find a place for a certain photo to go, and then suddenly I was like, oh.
The brilliance of that game is that and it is a story spanning almost an entire life, you know, or at least a good 20 years or so. It is all told completely through the gameplay, and in such clever ways, because it makes you think about your own stuff that you carry through with you in life. And I am not ashamed to say I cried like a baby at the end of that game. It's so special. I think and you can finish it in 4 hours, by the way. So as Frankie says, go and play it after this for sure. But wonderful.
I think we're probably going to talk to Rihanna Pratchett about that one on the post show, because I have a feeling she's got something to say, given that she's a writer extraordinaire herself.
Yes. Absolutely. I'm very excited to hear what she has to say. And she's giving out, an award tonight, so that will be very exciting to see.
I've already seen her outfit. She looks absolutely fabulous. So far, we've only looked at a few of the great nominees that we have tonight, but the variety is immense. And in light of what you have been playing lately, Aoife, we should address the elephant in the room. It's already been mentioned. Elden Ring's release date means it'll be eligible for next year's awards instead. So if in chat you're like, where the hell is Elden Ring? Don't worry. I have a feeling it's going to be popping up here next year.
Elephant in the room. I thought it was a dog.
Too soon. Too soon. Can we also talk about Psychonauts 2, please? Because again, I keep throwing to after the awards, but Tim Schafer is going to be here. Again, I need to be restrained from talking to him about Full Throttle and his vast body of work. But Psychonauts 2 was announced in 2005.
It's been, 17 years from the first to the sequel now. And I think a lot of people would say that it was worth the wait, because, I mean, it was crowdfunded. It was in a bit of development hiatus for a while. And now it's finally here. I mean, 7 nominations. I think they stuck the landing, right?
I mean, they got Jack Black in the game.
I know.
I need to prioritize this. I played the first one, but I haven't got around to playing the second yet.
Oh.
Is it better than the first?
Well, so, okay, we're perfectly matched, though, because I haven't played the first, but I've played all of the second. So there you go.
Oh, interesting. So you don't actually have to play the first to get into the second?
I don't think so, because there's like a bit of preamble. It kind of explains as you go, like about, because it almost follows almost immediately on from the other game, so that not a lot of time has passed, and they introduce all of the, the OG Psychonauts and everything. So no, I thought it was wonderful, and its treatment of like a lot of different issues, like mental health stuff, and it's just wonderful. It's really great.
In terms of non-best game nominees, what really captured your imagination apart from Unpacking?
Oh, that's a tough one, because I was gonna say Inscription, because it's, as a game, it's not something I would normally go for.
A card game.
A deck building game is not really my jam, but there was something about that, about the way it's presented, the way it is endlessly inventive. It never sort of sticks with one sort of thing for too long, never outstays its welcome, and it's just creepy. I love a good psychological horror. So, what about you?
Well, I would love to tell you, but we've got to get back to you, Because
Oh.
you went to that party last night. You
I
might have seen a
did.
bit of it already if you've only just tuned in. We sent Aoife off with a microphone to go to the nominees party, as we do every year. And as always, she didn't disappoint. So let's find out who she talked to.
Guess what? I am still here. I have not been kicked out yet. Security hasn't found me. I'm pretty good at hide and seek, actually. So let's find some more of that juicy industry gossip. But you got to promise, it's just between you and me.
By the way, it's my ship.
It's my ship, and you should have let me drive. I tell you all the time, I know the Atlantic Airways better than anyone, but no, he doesn't let me drive.
Okay, how many times have I told you don't touch my tech, you don't touch my ship?
My ship. And blah, blah, flark and blah.
Agent 47 himself.
I said to the Hitman fans that if I get nominated, I will get a real tattoo barcode on the back of my head.
Were there any bugs that stood out, maybe? Anything that really needed to be quashed? Anything?
Well, I think the funniest bug was the one with the drawer just like shooting out like very, very fast.
There's so many of those and unfortunate ones as well. Not so funny either.
We had one where sometimes items would get locked and appear in the wrong room, and it would be like, where did that item come from? It felt like someone was pranking us.
So, if you win a BAFTA tomorrow, where are you going to keep it?
I'm gonna probably dig a hole in my backyard, and just yeah. And the thing is, I got a lot of raccoons in my backyard, so it might be a little tough. So maybe that's not a good idea.
Now, I've heard all these sexy stories from Kate Winslet and everyone going, oh, I keep it in the bathroom so people can go in there and go, you know. Okay, no, I'd put it right next to my bed so I can look at it all the time.
I'm gonna turn it into a necklace and wear it around my neck at all times.
Do you know how heavy those things are?
It'll be like, yeah, it'll be like something like this, but you know.
Oh my God, I don't know. We plan to move like either later this year or early next year, so we'll figure it out then.
I mean, I think you're both experts at doing that, so I think you'll be fine.
Ooh, do you know what? I'd put it in my mom's house. Yeah. 'Cause then
I know!
put it in my mom's house. And so when my mom has guests over, she'll be like, hey, yeah, my son, he won that.
Can you imagine the look on his sibling's face when he comes in and goes like that?
I'll have to think about that and I'll get back to you.
I think there are more deserving people there in our team that should have the, you know, the ones. If I have any, that will be at the office for sure.
Well, we came, we saw, we conquered security, and we fangirled out a lot over some amazingly talented people. So, back to me and Frankie in the studio. Do you know what I really love about the nominees party is it's especially last night's actually, because it's been 2 years, if you can believe, since we've had a BAFTA Games event in person, is that you could just feel how excited everybody is, not just to be there themselves, but they're so excited for everybody else as well. Like, I think that's what is actually one of the best things about the games industry is everyone's just really happy to see everyone else flourish, like, and thrive and be acknowledged for their craft. It's really nice to see.
Everyone absolutely looks fabulous as well. We
Yeah.
were just running through the foyer to get our photos
Literally
done before we
running.
came here. Yeah, I was like, I demand a photo from my mother because I made it to the BAFTA Awards. And literally, it's just a variety of people. But I will say that best jacket goes to Tim Schafer.
Yes, absolutely.
But
I
put me
think,
to shame.
yeah, I think that everyone's like, I mean, I don't know, I can't speak for everybody else, but I've been in my pajamas for what, like 2 years now. I am not missing a chance to get a little bit fancy, you know?
I had to buy a new suit for this because I don't think anything but my pajamas still fit me anymore. And they kind of feel like pajamas as well. I literally have
It looks pretty
red
comfy.
trousers like that. Oh my God, it is. Just heads up, guys. If anyone wants to borrow my clothes after this event, why not? I probably won't need them anymore. I'll be back into my gym jams,
Oh,
playing
yes.
whatever wins best game tonight. Is there a particular category you're looking forward to the most?
I always enjoy Game Beyond Entertainment because I think it's always a bit of a surprise what sort of gets nominated, what wins, but I think it's just such an important category to acknowledge games that are trying to do a little bit more, you know, whether that's enact social change, whether that's bringing awareness to environmental issues, or to get people up and exercising more. I just think it's a really interesting category, and I always really love the selection of games that are in it. What about you?
Well, I'm surprised. It Takes Two is nominated in that category for marriage counselling, I guess.
Oh God, no. Please do not take marriage counselling tips from It Takes Two.
Dr. Hakim, The Book of Love.
I don't know that that will go well for you. I mean, maybe it will. Maybe it works for some people. But I want to see his credentials, actually, that book.
I would love it if they actually published, if they did a steel book of It Takes Two, and then literally the steel book is basically Dr. Hakim's Book of Love.
I have to warn you now as well that we're having Joseph Fares in the studio later. I have to have a word with him about Cutie the Elephant.
Yeah, this sounds. I've played the first couple of boss fights of It Takes Two. Unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to finish the entire thing. But this sounds quite distressing.
This elephant, honestly, it was the most horrifying moment that I had personally in a game in the last year, easily, right? Way worse than Returnal, way worse than any psychological horror that I've played, and I've played a lot. This elephant soft toy, your characters rip apart. And it's sentient, bear in mind, it is terrifying. That poor elephant screams haunt my nightmares.
As a new parent, if you knew how much these blooming soft toy elephants cost, you would be absolutely horrified. No one is ripping apart my child's soft toys until there's too many of them and I can't fit them in the house anymore. Then you can come over. You're absolutely welcome, Joseph Fares. I wonder if that game is going to pick up as many awards as it's got nominations, because it's got a huge number. I think 7 off the top of my head.
7, I believe, 7 or 8. But I think I would be surprised if it doesn't pick up. I reckon game design. I reckon it's a good shoe-in for that, because the really impressive thing about that game, and actually all of Joseph Fares' games, is he never lets a mechanic become too repetitive. He is so quick to change things up like all the time, and I really admire that actually about his games.
I really didn't know it was Hazelight Studios until actually last week. I didn't realise it was Joseph Fares, because I played A Way Out.
Yeah.
And it's such a different game, despite the multiplayer element.
Yeah.
Mechanically, it feels different. Obviously, thematically and graphically, it's incredibly different.
Yes.
The fact that he constantly reinvents his approach to games, despite them being co-op, is incredible.
Yeah, exactly. And Brotherhood: A Tale of Two Sons, the exact same story. I mean, he clearly loves playing around with what you can do in co-op, and actually not a lot of games do that, I don't think.
Yeah.
Super interesting.
I also really like It Takes Two because the checkpoints, the respawns are so forgiving. Not that you would know that, because you never fail at video games.
Well, yeah, but the other person did quite a bit, because you have to rely on the two of them.
Player two. Oh, did you find that frustrating?
Oh yes, oh yes. Well, I streamed the whole thing, and yeah, I mean, let's say I had to face some uncomfortable truths about myself watching them back.
I'd love to see you and Julia playing It Takes Two.
Oh no, but could we do it? I mean, our communication is good, but I think it would just resort into a screaming match.
Which is exactly why I want to see you stream it. Yeah, multiplayer is definitely a category that's close to my heart.
Yes. So what are your top tips for this?
So, I actually am not a big Halo or like Call of Duty kind of multiplayer person.
Okay.
But with Halo, it's so satisfying to play. But I tried to go for the true Halo experience, which in my opinion is on a console with a controller. There are people probably shouting at me in chat right now. But I was just like, how do people do it? I'm so terrible with the thumbsticks and the recoil control. It's just like, I need a mouse and keyboard. So I think I'm going to go back into Halo and I'm going to actually play it. And then I'm not going to have an excuse for being terrible at multiplayer. But it does feel incredibly satisfying to play. And I have it on good authority from my friend, Mr. Rich Sims, who has commentated Halo in the past, that it is a vast improvement on previous installments. And Halo is his favourite game. So maybe he's biased, but he's also an expert. So I'll take his word for it. I did enjoy Back 4 Blood. I don't think it's going to win.
Yes.
But I don't know how you felt when that game was announced. But for me, it was the greatest news ever.
I mean, I think it's definitely got a specific demographic, doesn't it, that game? And it's a powerful hit of nostalgia for a certain group of people, and that's fantastic. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it launched and that those people enjoyed it, but it didn't really have a big ripple effect. Maybe it was just, it didn't sort of reach beyond those people. Don't know.
It's definitely got replayability. I'm definitely looking forward to diving back into it when it's got some updates. For me, it definitely hit the mark in a year where sometimes I was quarantined in hotel rooms. Sometimes I was quarantined for 2 weeks in one hotel room.
Oh my.
And so having a game like Back 4 Blood was just, I mean, lifesavers, obviously, it's a hyperbole, but it really did help my brain when I was on my own. So shout out to Turtle Rock Studios for that one. I also really want to talk about Hitman 3.
Yes.
Because Hitman 3 is just a joy. Just it makes me feel kind of weird saying that because of the subject matter, but
But it is.
oh my goodness.
It's weird that a game about assassination can be so much fun. Like I think it's subtle. Subtle, is it subtle? Sense of humor is the best thing about that game, because I think when you get into the story of it, it's quite serious. But then you can have it's basically a toy box, isn't it? Each individual level is just, how silly can I make this, or what ridiculous concoction of things can I put together to like achieve my goal in this? What was your favorite level?
It's a toss-up between Berlin and Dartmoor for me.
Yes, 100%.
It's hard to choose which one. I am going to say Dartmoor because I'm English and I'm wearing a checkered suit tonight. Just getting to play that. I mean, there were so many corridors I had to run down and just get into a chest. And when you kill the lawyer, solicitor type, that was when I felt I truly made it in the Hitman world, in the world of assassination. And so that's kind of, God, this sounds terrible. When I fell in love with the game, ladies and gentlemen, was when I bumped off the solicitor and went through the secret door.
But here, I think that that level in particular really speaks to what's great about that series and the switch to episodic more than ever, actually, because it shows that, you can have the same sort of gameplay experience, but it's almost like they'd made it into a different game within those parameters. Like a murder mystery within a sandbox game is so much fun, and you don't have to play it that way either. It's just completely flexible. I definitely became the inspector, and then I think I dressed up as a butler, got up upstairs, and did you get the boat in the end as well?
I didn't get the boat, no.
Yeah.
I think I always hot-footed it over the bridge.
Just
the bog
choppy
standard
hands.
entrance. I was just like, oh my God, I did it! Jump off the balcony down that yellow ladder and then across the fields, basically.
Spoiler as well, we're talking to two of the stars of Hitman 3 later.
Agent 47 and Diana.
And I've have it on good authority, talking to David Bateman himself last night, that he has got a little barcode on the back of his neck, which we're going to have to make him show us.
Well, touche, because so have I. Agent 47, so have I. I'm actually Agent 48, but they didn't make a game about me because I got fired.
Hey, I think you'd make a great assassin.
Do you know? I think not in this suit. Unless people are just like,
You're
well, she's too obvious the
A
assassin,
little bit
so it can't be
conspicuous.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but sometimes that's, you're right under their nose. Don't notice too much.
That's
It's easy.
true, yeah.
yeah.
This is the first Hitman, the fashion level.
Oh my gosh, yeah, in
the
Paris.
reboot, yeah. That is a fabulous level, like,
Yeah.
if you don't mind me saying. I was so proud of myself when I managed to make, I shouldn't do it right now because there's one above our heads, but the
Oh my
lighting rig
gosh.
crashed onto the catwalk. And we're actually talking about a game that was not released in 2021. That's how obsessed I've now become with Hitman. I'm trying to think if there are any dark horses amongst the runners and riders this year.
Well, let's see. I mean, there are games that are nominated for like a few. What I really like to see was The Forgotten City. I mean, a game based on a mod is super interesting to see. Like, I think that's what sort of stands out to me in this year's nominees in particular, is that you've got some brilliant AAA studios, but you've also got 1-2 person development teams right up there along with them. And yeah, we've seen that in previous years, but I think it's more pronounced this year.
Especially with Unpacked. I'm not sure how many people were on Unpacked. You met a couple of the development team last night.
Yeah, I spoke to
Unpacking,
two
yeah.
of them last night. I think it's very, very small. And then of course Inscription, Daniel Mullins as well. Like, it's just, I think that's one of the brilliant things about BAFTA in general. Of course it is. It's an arts charity, and it's putting into the industry so that it can show people that there are pathways, that you don't necessarily have to go the route of huge AAA developer. You can have the tools at home and really thrive and maybe win a BAFTA, maybe end up here tonight,
It is amazing, though, that we've got such an incredible studio in Playground Games based in Leamington Spa.
I know.
making huge series, as we mentioned earlier, obviously nominated for Forza Horizon 5, but also taking on Fable 5.
Yes. And how many, is it 5 nominations Forza Horizon has tonight
I believe
as
so,
well?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm slightly suspicious that they were like, if we set our game in Mexico and we have to get photorealistic rocks, I mean, we have to go to Mexico, surely.
We've got to go to Mexico. We've got to see those sandstorms with our own eyes. But apparently they didn't get to go.
Yes, yeah. I mean, who could have predicted, right? You know, what was going to happen.
But they've been to glamorous locations, Mexico, Australia. Where are they going to go for the next Forza Horizon? Where would you want to go?
Well, I think the key is going somewhere that has a lot of different biomes so that you have diversity in the tracks that you have. So personally, I don't know if they've done it already. Maybe they have because I'm not au fait, but New Zealand, because you have glaciers, you have huge, gorgeous mountain ranges, but you also have like a lot of lush areas as well.
Hobbits.
Yeah, you know, you drive around Matamata, you know, go around the little sort of hobbit holes and stuff like that. It's a winner.
It's absolutely a winner. I probably want to put it in my own backyard though, because I'm now lazy and can't be bothered to travel anymore. Given I haven't travelled for so long, I just be like, yeah, come around mine. It's
Why
fine.
not? I
I've got a
know.
park across the road. I've got a tiny, tiny backyard. We are so close.
We're very
to getting
close.
into the awards though.
Mere moments away. I mean, do not go anywhere though, because we will be right here with you throughout the show, reading out your favorite comments in the chat, so please do keep them coming.
But once the awards have all been given out, we will cordially be inviting you to attend our
cordially.
post-show party straight after, exclusively on Twitch at twitch.tv/BAFTA.
Yes, absolutely. We're chatting to some of the winners. There'll be familiar and famous faces, apart from us, of course, and you can get involved with your comments and questions.
But are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Are you sitting comfortably in chat? Because it's almost time to hand over to our fabulous host. She is the marvellous Elle O'Silly-Wood. You might recognise her from last year's BAFTA Awards. She did such a fabulous job. She's back here for yet another show, and I imagine there'll be many, many more to come. She is pretty much the queen of video games journalism, and she is hosting, as I said before, the BAFTA Games Awards 2022, coming to you live from the Queen Elizabeth Hall in London.
Everyone thinks we're washed up.
It's okay. We'll figure it out.
Aren't you a little young for the Corps?
Aren't you a little old for that hairdo?
Now, let's take a look at him.
I feel stuck.
You're not at camp anymore, Raz.
8 targets one day. We're gonna need a couple more Colts in here.
Hit the music. Please welcome your host, Elle O'Silly-Wood.
Hello, everyone. Well, what a way to start the show, hey?
I feel like everything feels more epic when it's soundtracked by that legendary piece, which you probably recognise from loads of games, not just Alton Towers, including Manic Miner, Saints Row, Brutal Legend, Fallout, Forza Horizon, and of course, Peggle 2. Tonight, it is my privilege to welcome you all to the BAFTA Games Awards, whether you're joining us from home or you're here in person. This year, we celebrate BAFTA's 75th anniversary honouring the arts, and its 18th year of honouring games as well. That's right, games at BAFTA have just turned 18, so no doubt, just like you, they're going to have a raging hangover in the morning. But before we get started, we'd like to thank our official games partners, Electronic Arts, Epic Games, PlayStation, Sega, Tencent, and Ubisoft. This evening, we're here to celebrate you, the people who create games and those who play them, to remind ourselves why we love these innovative, immersive worlds before we head home and unwind by rage-quitting Elden Ring. 2021 was yet another spectacular year for games. We began the year unravelling a global conspiracy in Hitman 3 and ended it unravelling a galactic one in Halo Infinite. We embraced teamwork, or ended marriages in the brilliant It Takes Two, and Acid Nerve brought new meaning to the phrase soul-searching in the beautiful Death's Door. Forza Horizon 5 achieved the impossible and made fighting through traffic fun. And even more improbably, Wordle gave people on Twitter a brand new way to be smug. We have so much to celebrate this evening. Games as an art form continue to surprise and innovate in the ways that they engage us all, from how they play to how they look. Games are unlike any other medium. They don't just tell us a story. They ask that we play a part. In films and television, characters change. In games, the player does too. Thanks to you, we've all been given the opportunity to change, to grow, to play, to compete, to be moved, to be entertained, and to be included. Which is why we are so thrilled to include all of you here tonight. The artists, developers, publishers, and players that made 2021 such a fantastic year for games. Tonight is our chance to share our passion for this groundbreaking industry and our appreciation for the incredible worlds it creates. So sit back, enjoy yourselves, and let's play. Now, all the best stories start out strong. So, what better way to begin the story of this evening than with the award for narrative? After all, while there's no denying games are captivating by design, the perfect narrative transforms the push of a joystick into a journey, whether subtly woven through the unpacking of boxes, or slightly less subtly through the dismemberment of a stuffed elephant. To present our first award, please welcome the acclaimed writer behind Mirror's Edge, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and many more, Rhianna Pratchett.
Games are unique in that they don't just tell a story, they invite their audience to experience it. For a few hours, we can explore entirely new worlds, discover hidden depths, and become someone completely different. A husband and wife trying to understand one another as they work to reverse a magical spell, a man trying to find himself in a 24-hour time loop, or a talking raccoon in outer space. All these games do this and so much more. The nominees are...
Narrative. Returnal.
The planet knows me better than I know myself. But she isn't your daughter.
Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy.
She's not mine. I don't understand. She's a war orphan.
You want to talk to your daughter? Yes. It takes two.
You must learn collaboration. It's not our strong point.
Unpacking.
It wouldn't be the first time the Psychonauts underestimated Maligula's power.
Psychonauts 2.
Leave it to me.
Are you serious? Of course I am.
Life is Strange. True Colors.
Dude, thank you so much. This totally makes my night.
And the BAFTA is awarded to Unpacking.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy for Unpacking. But it really was a completely unique way to tell a story that could only be done in a game.
It does feel therapeutic to play, and yet there's something so emotional about seeing a character hide themselves quite literally under the bed, and then getting to see where they end up at the end of the game. The character takes you on a journey. That journey could very well be your own.
It's so beautiful, so beautifully done. I am so happy for them, honestly.
Thank you very much. We didn't have a speech prepared for this one because, yeah. We just want to thank we're a very small team who came from Australia. It's just the two of us here, but we just want to thank everyone that worked on the game. Jeff, Angus,
You're like, who's worked on our team?
help me out here.
Okay, Sanatan.
Yes.
Who else worked on our game?
Joe and Michelle.
Joe, Michelle, Stacy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, all of you. Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Oh, thank you so much. And this is kind of amazing.
It's incredible to have our little weird game recognized. We're up against some really incredible titles, so it's nice that we're not telling a complicated story in Unpacking, but the way we tell it is different, and it's nice to see that that's appreciated, that's something that resonates with people.
We're so thankful it connected.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
All right, start preparing speeches, people. Now, creating a video game is a frankly Herculean task. So imagine voluntarily launching one again and again and again. Our next category recognizes those who've taken on exactly that challenge, continuing to innovate and evolve their titles year after year. To present the award for Evolving Game, who could be more fitting than someone who is shaping the future of gaming? Please welcome from their offices in Seattle, Microsoft's Executive Vice President of Gaming, Phil Spencer.
There are so many great games coming out, created by so many great developers, and it's encouraging to watch the industry grow and change year after year with new ideas and new ways of delivering excellent experiences in games. Over the past few years, we've seen incredible advancements in games as a service. Their developers working hard to give a full experience right out of the box and then maintain that energy for years afterwards through smart, thoughtful, and engaging updates. The next award for Evolving Game is for the people designing new furniture in Animal Crossing, new playable characters in Apex Legends, new spaces to accuse your friends of treachery in Among Us. These are the games that have kept it fresh way beyond launch. The nominees are
Evolving Game, Among Us, Animal Crossing New Horizons,
A cutthroat warlord and
Apex Legends,
freedom fighter, Mad Maggie's punishment for her vicious attacks across the Outlands has landed her in the Apex Games.
At the end of the world, there's a dead body behind the hostel.
Disco Elysium, the final cut.
The strike that's about to become a war.
Fortnite, No Man's Sky,
and the BAFTA goes to No Man's Sky.
This is a huge fan favorite.
Absolutely.
Fortunately, I did prepare a slight speech. First of all, I'm Ian Brown. I'm the team multiplayer and server lead. And I apologise for Sean, who couldn't make it tonight. He is spending time with his family. Oh, thank you, Sean. I'm a little bit nervous, as you can probably tell. This particular award means a lot to us because all of our updates come from individual passions on the team. People champion a feature and they make it their own and they build it and deliver it. So it's great to see that we received this tonight for that. I'd also like to say thank you to our community who are still playing after 6 years of being out there. And we couldn't keep on making updates if people weren't playing the game. And just to say we're not finished with No Man's Sky just yet. There's going to be more updates coming, and maybe we'll be back in next year.
Now, before we move on to our next award, I just want to give you a quick taste of things to come. As you know, live streaming has become a huge part of the gaming landscape in recent years. And here at BAFTA, we wanted to join in on the fun. Later in the show, Ty Logan will be joining us to present the award for animation. But until then, thanks to the tireless crew behind the scenes making all of this possible, we're able to follow along with his journey to us live.
That was one crazy nightmare. How did I get here? 1 minute I was on the ultimate party island, and now I'm sat here playing Deathloop. The BAFTA Game Awards. I need to get there now. How can I forget? Sorry, man. I'm still unpacking. It's a crazy one. It's all emotional. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, I can't go like this. It's the BAFTAs. What options you got for me? This ain't too bad, you know. I don't... Nah, man, what's this? It's like Chee Chee Bang Bang. Ah, what's this now? I can't go to the BAFTAs like this.
Now it's time for a skill song.
I am not feeling optimistic about him getting here. We'll check in with him later, but now it is time for another award. And in direct contrast to Evolving Game, this next award celebrates brand new IP. As we all know, it is incredibly difficult in any marketplace to break through with something truly new. But each of our nominees successfully pulled it off. Think TikTok rather than Twitter Spaces. Here to present the award for original property is someone who has created some of the most original games over the last 30 years. Please welcome BAFTA fellow Tim Schafer.
Before I say that, I just have to apologize to the Academy for forgetting to pack my tuxedo pants. I thought I was going to get away with it, but then this podium is totally clear, so. Eyes up here, help me out. There are those who say that there are no ideas in entertainment, and to them I say, what if we gave a crow a humongous sword? Games in 2021 continued to bless us with some seriously original ideas. Developers broke new ground while giving us some games that challenged us, entertained us, frightened, and delighted us. And these titles show just that our industry's present is as bright as our future as long as we follow our inspiration and create at the speed of our imaginations. The nominees for original property are...
Original property. Death Store. Returnal. Unpacking. It Takes Two.
Get back! This whole island's like a broken record.
Deathloop.
Skipping endlessly on a filling day.
Inscription.
And the winner is It Takes Two.
I was going to probably speak Swedish. I'm from Sweden, for you who don't know this. This is a surprise. I mean, we're super happy and proud. The original IP. What can you say? I mean, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank, actually, in this case, EA, who had the courage to risk this, because with a new IP, it comes a lot of challenges. It's very good of you, actually. So really happy of that. Yeah, I know, a lot of people, yeah. Applaud to EA, how about that? No, I mean, all publishers are nice. It's like, that's how it is, right, Oscar?
Sure.
It's nice. Yeah, Oscar is my, what can we say? You're the guy that runs Hazelight, and I'm the creative guy, so you know who we are. You want to say something as well? Like that?
Sure, I mean, so I guess on behalf of the team of Hazelight, thank you so much for, I mean, this creatively unhinged man over here, he guides us, but we have an amazing team back home, and I mean, you guys are awesome. So thank you so much for recognizing this. We love you.
Our next award is for audio achievement, and so it seems only right that you make as much noise as possible to welcome our next guests. Unlike Ty, you'd never catch these two napping live on stream. Give it up for Chocolate Kieran and Saria Slaves.
Background chatter in a town square,
a meaty power chord played on guitar, or the low hum of a starship's engine, sound is an amazing way to transport us into another world.
These titles showed off their ability to create soundscapes that are apposite, nuanced, and rich. Basically, they sound really good. The nominees for Audio Achievement are
Audio Achievement. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Halo Infinite.
How would you live your life differently?
Returnal. Deathloop.
This little ditty goes out to the handsome asshole trying to break our loop.
The Artful Escape. Call of Duty Vanguard.
And the BAFTA is awarded to Returnal.
The excellent Returnal has just launched a co-op mode for the game, so you don't have to suffer alone. Ethan, what are you doing next week?
Let's do it, you know, Sisyphus, I'm ready for it. This is such a well-deserved win, though, because I genuinely think the audio in this game was absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, round one.
Congratulations, Donna. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. It's amazing to be here, surrounded by so many talented people. It's been an incredible journey to make the sound of Returnal. All started with two sound designers at Housemarque, Toivo and Jeremy. Then, as the game was growing, Ray and Pedro from XDev wanted to make a big deal of Returnal on PS5, especially with 3D audio and haptics. And they reached out to our team, PlayStation Studios Creative Arts in London, and I'm so glad they are here tonight. They reached out to us because we had a lot of experience with PSVR, PS4 generation. Then, as soon as we started, COVID hit, and we started working from home, and we shipped the game from home. So it's been really difficult to make it, but it's been a really good experience. We've had support from Sweet Justice, support from our American counterparts in the US, with Phil, Jeremy, Leilani, Adam, and many others. All in all, it's been like more than 50 people contributing to the audio of Returnal. And I want to thank like Greg, Harry, and everybody in Housemarque for supporting us to make the sound of this game. Thank you. This award is for everybody who worked on it. Thank you very much.
Few people can claim to have had the level of impact on their chosen industry that is inarguably the case for our next guest. Well, unless you believe everything you read on Reddit. From the founding of Games Workshop in 1975, which would ultimately give us all the gift of Warhammer, through his co-creation of the Fighting Fantasy series and his legacy at Eidos Interactive, right up to his recent knighthood for services to the games industry. There is not a person here tonight whose life hasn't been touched by some aspect of his work. To present the award for British Game, please welcome Sir Ian Livingstone.
Thank you very much indeed. Yeah, I'm just a young kid out having fun. It's brilliant. It's great to see you all today. As many of you know, I started in the industry not long after chess was invented. But our history spans decades, from the games played on kitchen tabletops to games played on tables, on kitchen tables. Tablets on kitchen tables, rather. Why would they throw a tongue twister in for this? Bertie Baker bought a... No. Our passion is a global industry, but it would be a mistake to underestimate the impact of the British games industry on the world stage. This category recognises studios of every size here in the UK that continue to make great strides in the pursuit of artistic excellence in games. And the nominees are...
British Game. Fights in tight spaces. Forza Horizon 5. Alba, a wildlife adventure. Overboard. Death's Door. Sable.
And the BAFTA is awarded to Forza Horizon.
Amazing. Well, what can we say? Realistic cacti, they get the job done. But it also had the longest car list so far in any Forza Horizon game, so...
We've been looking at your chat messages as well. I'm going to read out one of them now. It says, Forza, baby!
Well done, man. Well done.
Wow. I'm really honoured and proud to represent the team at Playground. Congratulations to everybody who worked on Forza Horizon 5. There's a bunch of folks in the audience with us, and I know a lot of the team are watching from home back at Leamington Spa. It wasn't the easiest game to finish, I'll be honest. We shipped it in the middle of the pandemic, and it was just truly inspiring working with a team that not only tried to ship the game, but at every turn tried to ship the very best game that they could. You truly are masters of your craft, and I'm delighted that you've won this award. A few thank yous. Thank you to all our friends and colleagues at Turn 10 Studios. Particularly thanks to Alan Hartman for his direction and guidance. Thanks to Phil and Matt for continuing to believe in what we do at Playground. Thank you to everybody at Xbox, everybody at the wider Microsoft team. Particular thanks to our accessibility partners and consultants. That's important work, and we're really proud of what we did there. And huge thanks to our fans. We're always inspired and somewhat amazed, actually, by what they do and create within the worlds that we build. So thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, time is ticking on, so we should check in with Ty and see how he is getting on. Ty, please tell me you're almost here.
So bam, just got in the cab, you get me, everything's running smooth.
only 5 minutes off, so I got some time to play a quick game of Wordle. BAFTA. Yeah, B-A-F-T-A. BAFTA. Award. A-W-A or again. A-G-A. Among. A-M-O-N-G. There must be something in my inventory. Has to be. Dictionary. Ready. I got it now, you see? Because I got this, we got it. Bam! Alpha. A-L. Oh, man. This is tougher than Returnal. Hey, boss, I beg you let me use your phone.
There you go, mate. Hang on, isn't that cheating?
No. This is a life hack. What? This ain't even a real word. Quadruple H. This ain't even a real word, man. I'm done with this. Done.
I am absolutely stealing that Wordle hack. Now, we all know that the sign of a truly great game is its ability to connect with an audience, which is why we have one award tonight that is voted for by you, the public. Here to announce this year's winner of EE Game of the Year, please welcome the founder of Saga, one of the UK's leading platforms in elevating upcoming talent in gaming and entertainment. The games consultant and campaigner, Stephanie Ijoma.
Firstly, can I just say the representation this year has been really amazing to see, and it makes me even more prouder to be black in gaming. Community is so important in gaming, and this one award has brought together all gamers to vote for their favorite game. EE Game of the Year celebrates the games that inspired, enthralled, and entertained players around the world. Every nominee in this instance is richly deserving of its success and praise. The nominees are
EE Game of the Year. Metroid Dread. The Forgotten City.
Can't you drink at my tavern later?
It Takes Two.
I don't like the sound of that.
Unpacking. Chicory, A Colourful Tale. Deathloop.
And the award goes to Unpacking.
Amazing stuff.
I have a feeling that the development team are quite shocked that this has happened, and they're having to think of a speech right now. So, lady and gent, you have got about 20 more steps to think of an acceptance speech. Shout out to the Australian team back home.
But we do have some comments coming in saying so well deserved. Let's go unpacking.
Wow, we really didn't expect this one. Like, there was no chance. So, thank you so much.
Yeah. And thank you to everyone out there that voted.
Yeah. Wow. Sweet. Oh God. Well, thank you so much to our team that made it possible. I want to thank Annie Vandermeer, who I forgot to thank in the last speech. So there we go. And Emily, our amazing community manager, who rallied the community, I think, to help us get this. So, thank you.
We retweeted that link like several times. So.
Several. And Victoria, who was our community manager before that, and helped us build like a really amazing community for our game.
Thank you to everyone who played the game and liked it, because that's
Wow, thank you.
Now, if rope physics aren't your thing, then you might have missed the frenzy of excitement over just that topic when The Last of Us Part 2 came out. In fact, after a short video of one surprisingly supple piece of in-game rope went viral, the team revealed that the realism of rope movement was so difficult to code it took 3 months just to build it into the game. It's details like that that make you realize how easy it is to miss the sheer technical skill that goes into realizing a creative vision. Whether that's building a procedurally generated universe, hiding loading screens in levels, or simply making a rope dangle the way you want it to. To present the award for technical achievement, please welcome from Channel 5's The Gadget Show and BBC Radio 4, Jordan Erica Webber.
Hi everybody. Goodness, I'm looking forward to the update for unpacking that has several BAFTAs tucked away that you have to unpack. Now, advancements in game design continue to demonstrate what is possible when a team's technical skill is as strong as their imagination, rendering huge worlds at lightning speed, creating game loops that make each playthrough different from the last, or letting us get so lost in the details of a car's build that we forget to drive it. These titles demonstrate a developer's ability to give the player a rich and detailed experience while making it seem effortless. The nominees are
Technical Achievement. Resident Evil Village. Forza Horizon 5.
Neon coming!
Psychonauts 2.
Here goes nothing! Whoa, wow! Ah!
Hitman 3. Returnal.
The dimensions are weakening considerably.
Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart.
And the BAFTA is awarded to Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
So well deserved, because that game was such a perfect technical showcase of the speed of solid state, right? You know, going through dimensions and like lightning fast.
And lightning fast, I'm going to say to the person in the comments, yes, you can get a Ratchet and Clank!
Which one of you wants to hold it? One of you's got to take it.
Wow. Thank you so much. As a programmer, this one means a lot to me. I want to thank BAFTA. I want to thank all of the other nominees. It's incredible. I really want to thank everybody on the whole, entire Rift Apart team. I'm just one member, and I'm here representing them all. I want to thank everybody in Insomniac Games, at SIE, and PlayStation. And I want to thank all of our friends and family and significant others that supported us while we made this game. And then finally, I want to say thanks to all of the fans and the players that joined us on this incredible journey. Thank you so much.
You know how annoying those people are who casually beat the bosses Ornstein and Smo on their very first try? Well, think of our next nominees as the game-making equivalent. Irritatingly talented creators who smashed it out of the park with their very first release. Presenting the award for debut game is a man who is no stranger to bringing new creators to the table. The president and CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment, Jim Ryan.
Hi. There's nothing more exciting than discovering a new title. One that's been crafted with love, with thought, and that's fun to play. More people are playing games all around the world than ever before. Development tools are getting better and better, and digital storefronts make publishing much more straightforward. All of this means there's never been a better time for new talent to make their first game. Debut games are special moments, and the games that follow are certainly special. Let's take a look at the nominees.
Debut game.
Have you considered becoming someone else entirely?
The Artful Escape.
Someone else.
Eastward. The Forgotten City.
Isn't the Great Temple majestic?
Genesis Noir.
We're not just friends, are we?
Maquette. Tone.
And the BAFTA goes to Toem.
Was both developed and published by Something We Made, and it's a hand-drawn adventure game that is utterly charming and tasks players with using their photographic eye to uncover its mystery.
I have to say, that was such a great category as well, wasn't it? Like, it was so cool. There's so many different variations, many different things. It was, yeah, really fun.
Congratulations. Thank you. Oh, it's heavy. Oh my God. Yeah. Wow. There's a lot of people here. Hi. I would say it's the first time here, and yeah, it's kind of obvious, right? Yeah. Holy crap. I want to thank everyone. This is the whole team. Audio. Oh my God. Whew. Crap. Whew. If you want audio, Rumsklang is available. No, I don't know. I mean, wow, thanks to everyone. This is incredible. Do you want to say something?
No, I'm kind of speechless. Yeah, thanks for having us, I guess.
Thank you.
For so many of us, gaming is a fundamentally social experience. And few understand that better than our next guests. As captains of the teams in last week's inaugural BAFTA Games Challenge, they went head-to-head in a number of modern classics. So, to present the award for multiplayer, please welcome the founders of Black Twitch UK, the organisation championing black streamers, Ebonix and Geeky Cassie.
Multiplayer games bring people together. They allow us to share experiences, make new friends, and if we're honest, some new enemies too.
From games that bring you online to play with people miles away, to ones that can be played cooperatively from the couch, these are the titles that brought us new fun ways to play together, and the nominees are
Multiplayer. Forza Horizon 5. Call of Duty Vanguard.
We have the lead. We can get out right now. Get ourselves on the first transport, be home in time for supper.
Hey, jump inside the hole.
It Takes Two. Halo Infinite. Hell Let Loose. Back for Blood.
I love Mondays.
And the BAFTA goes to It Takes Two.
Yeah. Here we go again. This one was expected, actually. We were here last time and won also Best Multiplayer Award. It's both brothers also won, so I'm really happy for it. But I don't get a big head. Don't worry about it. It's I don't take it that seriously. No offense to the BAFTA jury. I'm really happy for this. I just want to say thanks to my beautiful and crazy team. I mean, we're nothing without you, obviously. Also, another fun thing, it's a crazy thing. I'm getting another kid next week, so I'm hoping it's going to be really good. So I just hope it doesn't happen tonight, because I can't be partying with you later, because I got to get back to Sweden. Well, you want to say something again, or?
Sure. I mean, in the spirit of, because we were here 3 years ago and it was, well, granted this exact award, and you said, we'll be back again. And people are like, yeah, that's, sure, you will. And, God damn it. We are. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
It is wonderful to see so many brilliant game developers recognised this evening. Of course, they all owe thanks to those that preceded them. We reach great heights because we stand on the shoulders of the creators that came before us. So, as we celebrate the present and look to the future, it's important to take a moment to reflect and to pay tribute to those we lost this past year, whose contributions inspire and will continue to inspire for generations to come. The beautiful piece of music we've just heard is a brand new arrangement by Austin Wintory of his stunning soundtrack from Journey. And I can't think of a more perfect example of how music transports us within a game. To present the award for music, please welcome from BBC Radio 3, Louise Blaine.
Whether it's underscoring a looming threat hiding just around a corner, or rewarding you with fanfare after making a crucial discovery, music is essential to games. The greatest scores know exactly where and how music can be used to serve the story, and these next titles demonstrate a remarkable ability to do just that. Here are the nominees.
Music. Far Cry 6. Psychonauts 2.
Our battle ends here.
Halo Infinite.
Bear witness.
Returnal.
Wonderful surprise!
Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Considering my goons were meant to annihilate you 8 minutes ago.
Deathloop.
And the BAFTA goes to Returnal.
Listen, as Elle said, music does transport you to other places. They're not always places you want to go. Returnal's terrifying.
Wow, amazing. I really should have made some notes. People kept on telling me to make notes, and I thought there's so many great nominees, surely not. But this is amazing. Thank you so much. To the composer on the project, Bobby Krillick, did an amazing job on the score. To the Music Brain Trust, to Pedro and Harry, Duncan Smith, the music supervisor on it, and my awesome team of music guys who worked tirelessly on doing all the really cool implementation that we managed to squeeze into the game. To everyone, I've missed a load of people, but thank you so much. This is amazing.
Nobody who loves games needs reminding how transformative they can be. Everybody has a game that shaped them in some way, from powerful emotional experiences to engaging educational ones. Our next award, Game Beyond Entertainment, recognises those titles that find meaningful ways to elevate and evolve our medium. Here to present this award is the CEO and founder of Black Girl Gamers, a community-powered organisation that advocates for diversity, inclusion and equity in the games industry. J.N. Lopez.
Games, by definition, are challenges. To score the most points, to win a race, to build bigger and better. But games also challenge our imagination, our ideas, and our sense of self. They stick with us long after we put down the controller, becoming something beyond entertainment. The nominees are
Game Beyond Entertainment.
I'm gonna send you there.
Before Your Eyes.
But understand, no matter how much you like it, you're not gonna be able to stay, all right?
Chicory, A Colourful Tale. Psychonauts 2.
Ooh, this is worse than I thought.
Well, I seem to remember the inside of your mind wasn't so neat and tidy either.
Agent Cruller, I'm here to help.
Alba, A Wildlife Adventure. Game Builder Garage. It Takes Two.
How comes you get all the cool gadgets?
I'm cooler than you, Cody.
And the BAFTA goes to Before Your Eyes.
The main person missing on this stage is our third lead, Will Hellworth, who couldn't be here, but imagine that he's right here standing with us. The three of us have been working on this game for 7 years. I've known this guy since I was 3, so it's pretty great to be on this stage. You know, it's funny to be accepting this fancy award for a game that's really about how fancy awards don't mean anything, and it's how much you love that really matters at the end of the day, but, you know, it still feels pretty good anyway. Gotta first thank our core team, Bella Messick, our lead designer, Richard Beer, our engineer, Dylan Terry, our incredible sound lead, our art team, Griffin Libby Blesser, Hannah Lee, Briley Simmons, Kajen Cardenas. All of them left an incredible mark on the game. The script is really only as good as the actors, and we had some really amazing actors, Sarah Burns, Eric Edelstein, Heidi Kang in her acting debut, and Stephen Friedrich, who played the ferryman and almost every role in the game. Ollie?
Thank you. You know, Jake Sally, first person to place a bet on us. That was really important. Thank you. Our publisher, Skybound Games, who put their faith in us and saw us through to completion. Our great lawyer, David Schulman. Our families and our loved ones for supporting us. But most of all, our fans. Everything that you send to us, we read it and we cherish it. And when you tell us about your battles, it really reminds us why we're doing this. We developed the whole game not knowing if you're out there, and now that we know you exist, we're very excited to make another game for you. We love you. Thank you.
Our next award celebrates the people we've piloted spaceships with or crawled through dungeons alongside. They're the villagers who hired us to help find a missing husband. Spoiler alert, a monster ate him. Or they're the disarmingly attractive aliens we couldn't help but fall in love with. No matter how we encounter them, these actors are the reason game worlds feel so alive. So, to present the award for Performer in a Supporting Role, please welcome the voice of Overwatch's Symmetra and Apex Legends Rampart, Anjali Bhimani.
Ooh, this is a heavy one. I hope you all have been lifting weights. Video games used to be exclusively about scoring points and defeating the big boss over time, but over time we have been lucky to witness games grow into platforms for extraordinary stories, told collaboratively by the producers, developers, writers, and of course, the performers. The nominees have immeasurably enhanced the experiences we've all enjoyed by bringing to life characters that lived in larger-than-life worlds, welcoming us into their reality. Clearly, they were meant for greatness. The nominees are
Performer in a supporting role.
You are so kind to me, Doris.
Maggie Robinson as Lady Dimitrescu.
Now, let's take a look. Wow, Ethan Thomas. You escaped my little brother's idiot games, did you? Let's see how special you are.
Where are you going? Are you gonna tell her? Or is that my job?
Han Soto as Gabe Chen.
Fine, I'll do it. Alex, Dad lost his job. Again. So we're broke. Again.
Don't talk to me that way.
No one should die without meaning, Peter Quill.
Jason Cavalier as Drax.
My wife, Murat, my daughter, Canaria. I died without meaning.
I think I know what you mean, man.
That explains everything. I knew I wasn't this stupid. I mean, I have a degree in mathematics, you know?
Kimberly Brooks as Hollis Forsyth.
I thought I was really losing it. But it turns out my only problem was you.
Everyone I love is dead.
Laura Bailey as Polina Petrova.
And the only time I feel anything is when I watch a German beg for his life. So, I am exactly where I need to be.
Look at it, Quill. Where am I gonna get the parts to fix that? It's flawed!
Alex Wiener as Rocket.
I told you it was a mistake to keep that. But did you listen to me? Oh, no! Don't listen to Rocket! He just has to fix the freaking ship!
I promise we'll get it fixed soon.
Yeah, just like you promised to get your girlfriend to go easy on us.
And the BAFTA goes to Kimberly Brooks for Psychonauts 2.
Hollis Forsyth absolutely stole every scene she was in, so that is such a well-deserved win for Kimberly Brooks. I mean, I loved her character so much because for a, let's say, in quotes, kids game, she was a really complex character. Amazing.
Wow. Yeah, good thing I was working out. Thank you. Wow, this is amazing. I am so grateful and honored to be here. And I guess I just want to thank the other nominees in the category for their amazing performances. BAFTA and the Academy and everybody who voted. It's so exciting, wow. The team at Double Fine, thank you so much for giving me the job. And what a great role to voice. Thank you so much, Tim. That's such an amazing character. Your writing's exquisite. And my agents for, staying on me to get my auditions in. So this is really, really thrilling, and I'm honored my son came with me. We came out here. So this is really thrilling and exciting. Anyone, thanks so much. That's all.
Well, how appropriate. With more families playing games than ever before, the last few years really have proved that games can bring us together, no matter how old we are and no matter how many arguments they cause. Just for reference, bonus stars are not an acceptable way to win in Mario Party. Here to present the award for family is someone whose exceptional talent and artistry has seen her recognised by the Nick's Face Awards. Please welcome the popular UK streamer, Jari.
The experience as a kid of picking up a controller and exploring worlds that you could never visit in real life is truly magical. Video games also offer many new ways for parents and grandparents to enjoy time with younger family members. And of course, video games continue to excite and enchant, no matter how young or old you may be. The Award for Family recognises the best games for players of any age, enjoyed solo or with a family and friends. Here are the nominees.
Family. Alba, a wildlife adventure.
Don't you think it's weird to throw a celebration for us?
Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart.
Relican. Years. What if everyone thinks we're washed up? What if we are washed up?
Forza Horizon 5. Chicory, a colourful tale. Unpacking. Mario Party Superstars.
And the BAFTA goes to Chicory, a Colourful Tale. Careful, she's quite heavy. Thank you very much.
Hi. So, sorry, it's quite anxious because there's lots of people. We're part of a communication team from Eco Partners that work with Finji, and it's a huge honor to accept this award on behalf of Craig Lobanov, the Chicory team, and Finji. Chicory, a Colourful Tale is a special game that we think resonated a lot with people that think they might not be enough. So we're super excited that it's receiving this recognition tonight. Greg wasn't able to be here tonight, but his good friend Daniel has some words on his behalf.
Hi, I did nothing whatsoever to make this game or help at all, but Greg asked me to deliver a speech for him, so I'm honored to do that and help in a very small way. He wanted to thank the team and everyone who worked on the game, everyone who was touched by it. He wanted to thank the porting studio, the QA testers, and thanks to all of them. He also wanted to thank the players who put so much of themselves into the game, and they're grateful that the players connected with this game. And they wanted to say they're just really thankful to be among the incredible games that resonated with them, the other nominees in their category, and the games that even aren't represented on the stage. The awards are nice, but the thing that will really stick with people into the future are the experiences that touch them personally. They are grateful to live in a world full of all your creativity. Thank you.
Now, the last time we saw Ty, his frustration level was fast approaching that of a failed Hades run. So as the point in the evening is fast approaching where I expect him here, let's see if he's made any more progress.
Just got out the cab, been looking for this venue for ages. We're meant to be in central London, there's this grass, it looks like we're in Emmerdale. Hey mate, well, do you know where the BAFTA Awards is? Looking for the BAFTA Awards. Where's all the buildings?
You're telling me?
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm gonna be there. I'm on my way. I'm coming.
Thank you, Ty. At this rate, he's going to take a fortnight to get here. While we wait, let's move on to our next award. Whether you love striking 2D design or photoreal 3D worlds, whether you want dark and detailed dungeons or cute and colourful characters, this award is a celebration of the exceptional art giving games their visual identity. To present the award for artistic achievement, please welcome the Studio Director of Media Molecule and last year's BAFTA Fellowship recipient, Siobhan Reddy.
Hello. So great to see everybody again. So this year, video game visuals have continued to be pushed to the limits, allowing us to spend time in worlds beyond our imagination. These next titles have inspired us with their creative vision, from before concept is written to the release of the finished product. The award recognizes a development team's ability to dream bigger and reach higher. Here are the nominees.
Artistic achievement. The Artful Escape.
We're going on a ride across the dilated pupils of the cosmos.
This is the story of a magical kingdom.
It Takes Two.
Wizards and worlds. It's an epic tale set upon the high seas. An odyssey through time and space.
Returnal. Psychonauts 2.
You're welcome.
Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Resident Evil Village.
Okay, and the winner, the BAFTA, goes to The Artful Escape. So, unfortunately, they are unable to be here this evening, so I will make sure I'll give them this BAFTA.
Now, BAFTA is incredibly proud of its Young Game Designers program, inspiring and supporting young people to create, develop and present their new game ideas to the world. Programs like Breakthrough and the Hugo BAFTA Student Awards showcase and support the next generations of talent in games, but also film and television, as well as giving them access to unique career development and networking opportunities. And given how enormously and slightly terrifyingly talented the young game designers are, we can't wait to see what they do next. So, I am thrilled to welcome one of them here tonight to present the award for game design. Please welcome recipient of the 2021 Young Game Designer BAFTA for Game Making, Andrew R. Weng, and BAFTA Games Committee Chair and Yuki CEO, Dr. Joe Twist.
From the game mechanics to the characters and storytelling, the menus and the titles, and everything in between. This category and the nominees in this category have allowed us to simply get lost in play.
All of the nominees provide inspiration to me and the many other young game designers in the UK. But also, they're just really, really fun.
And the nominees are...
Game design.
Toxic illusion.
Deathloop.
Same day, which means I already know what's going to happen. Am I supposed to do this every day for the rest of my life? Fuck that! I'm breaking this food.
Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart. Returnal.
Checking identification on a helmet.
Inscription.
It's also a bit of a winter wonderland bobsled sort of thing, you know?
It Takes Two.
Wait a minute. Did I mention the big explosion?
Forza Horizon 5.
And the BAFTA goes to Inscription.
Project in 2018, and the theme was Sacrifices Must Be Made, which I think is just so good.
This one I did help with a little bit. For anyone who was at the IGFs, you unfortunately have to see our smug and arrogant faces again. You thought you might not ever have to, but I'm sorry to subject you to that. I'd like to thank, of course, everyone who helped. Jonah, David and the 3D art crew, Tanya and Kevin, the localization team, the QA team at Testronic and Lionbridge, and all the beta testers, the thousands of them that kind of fixed Inscription and made it not so buggy. Devolver for spreading their own hype for the game to everyone else, and for, and for talking me down from making the archivist boss actually delete people's files. Thanks to my partner Tasha for the love and support and occasionally saving me from Git hell. Thanks once again for my family for their strange and disturbing cameos in the game. And thanks to my friend Alex Burden for coming up with the idea for the sexy goat card and spawning a new genre of porn. This is Jonah.
Yeah, I just want to thank my teachers, Natalie and Demetrius, and say hi, Mom, and thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
I'd also like to thank Devolver for persuading him not to actually delete data. Our next award is for animation, where we celebrate the skills and techniques that seamlessly immerse us in worlds beyond our imagination. And to present this award after all his trials and tribulations, I am very relieved to be able to welcome Ty Logan.
If it weren't for that, I wouldn't be here. How you doing, everyone? It's emotional. But great animation requires creative skills, technical skills, and an inhuman level of patience. With this award, we salute game animators, their determination, and the computer processes that they have melted while rendering. The nominees of the animation, are...
Animation.
You can't just give up.
It Takes Two.
I wish you could be friends again.
Are you ready for the roller coaster ride of your life?
No.
Misha.
Call of Duty, Vanguard.
Just hold still and let me check.
That doesn't sound good.
It's not.
Did you follow me here?
Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart.
About to win my affection.
Give me the card, Pierre.
Time and again, I tell you, my heart is taken.
Well, if Gabe said something, then I'm inclined to believe him, Mac.
Life is Strange, True Colors.
I'm not saying anything. Just, I didn't get a call.
Draw your own conclusions. Kano, Bridge of Spirits.
Look, I can explain.
I think that about explains it. Psychonauts 2.
I really have to get one of those. Watch out!
And the BAFTA goes to Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart.
Mr. Ty Logan. If you jump into photo mode in this game, you can zoom in to look at the individual fibers in Ratchet and Rivet's fur.
Incredible stuff, and over 79 accessibility options available to players as well. Amazing.
Okay. Wow. Thanks so much again. I'm here on behalf of the entire animation team for Rift Apart. They really knocked it out of the park. I've said for years that Insomniac has some of the best animators in the world, and I think that this really proves it. And once again, I'd like to thank everybody at Insomniac, everybody at SIE and PlayStation, as well as the PlayStation Studios Visual Arts. And I really can't say enough good about our friends, family, our spouses. Special thanks to my parents and wife. And last but not least, again, thanks to all the fans for supporting Ratchet & Clank for all of these years. Thank you so much.
Now, when it comes to acting, it is hard to imagine a more demanding discipline than video games. But whether the role calls for a fully fleshed out, three-dimensional character using nothing but your voice, or to provide a truthful motion capture performance while in a skin-tight suit talking to a ball on a stick, the nominees in our next category have more than proven they're up to the challenge, delivering exceptional performances that stayed with us well after we made it to the credits. Here to present the award for Performer in a Leading Role, please welcome previous recipient of this very BAFTA for her leading performance in Hellblade, Melina Jurgens.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for having me, BAFTA. A great performance depends on an actor's ability to make their character feel real. Whether that character is a visionary who wants to live forever, a charming space captain, or whatever a Lombax is. With imagination and heart, these performers brought unusual characters and locations to life. Here are the nominees.
Performer in a leading role.
Just once, please. Can you try your hardest to make this interesting?
Ozioma Akaga as Juliana Blake.
You're gonna hit me with that attitude? You know, I usually make it easy for you, you ungrateful prick. But this time I'll let you see yourself out.
Yup, we made it.
You okay, Bolts?
Jennifer Hale as Rivet.
You came after me. Thank you.
Yeah, well, we've still got some unfinished business.
Come on, I knew you wouldn't hurt Clank. Pretty sure you're me, after all.
Wait, what makes you so sure you're not me?
There's a lot I don't know. John McLaren as Star-Lord. Peter Quill.
Foot out of my mouth. I'm not get arrested. I console a 12-year-old whose very legitimate grief might just destroy the galaxy. But this, the promised Nick. I know a calling when I see one.
Astra, is anyone listening? It's Celine.
Jane Perry as Celine Vassos.
I've crashed on Atropos.
I have found a deceased Astra Scout here. Checking identification on a helmet. It's...
I know
what other people are feeling. I can see these auras around them.
Erica Mori as Alex Chen.
And if they feel strongly enough, if they're angry or sad or afraid, I feel it too. And then I lose control.
Didn't you get shot 2 loops ago? Or...
Jason E. Kelly as Colt Vaughn, the captain.
There's thousands of us, or more. I don't know, but none of us have gotten it right. You've got to be better than all of us, so don't just try to shoot everything. But I like shooting things. You've got to be smart. It's the only way to fix this.
And the BAFTA goes to Jane Perry in Returnal.
That is an amazing win for Jane Perry. I cannot believe that's her first ever nomination, given how prolific and amazing her career has been in games.
It is incredible. It's a well-deserved win. That's such a tough category year after year. But Jane's going to be on the sofa with us in the post-show party, so an extra reason to tune in.
Yes.
Holy doodle. Gosh. Wow, okay, here we go. Thank you, BAFTA, for this. And thank you so much for celebrating and recognizing the artistry, the incredible talent in the games industry. And to my fellow nominees, it has been such a pleasure to get to know you better, and I am truly honored to be in your company. Absolutely. I have to start by thanking Harry Kruger, Gregory Loudon, Toivo Kallio, and writer Luke Malding of Housemarque and Sony Interactive for bringing to life, and several deaths, the person who became Celine. Performers dream of having a role like that to sink our teeth into, and Housemarque, you delivered exactly that. She is a middle-aged woman. She's a single mom, and she is courageous and strong. And despite her considerable loss and her trauma, she never gives up. She hopes for a better future, and I think, given the very serious state of the world right now, that we can all take inspiration from Celine. I also want to thank my performance director, Damien Goodwin. Our collaborations over the past few years have meant so much to me, and I could not have done this without you. Damien, you are amazing. Thank you to my agents at Soho Voices and to my beautiful husband, Hussein, for your undying support. And finally, a big shout out to the gamers and the fans of Returnal. This is for you. Thank you so much.
Wow, tonight we have recognized excellence across multiple categories. But our next and final award celebrates those games that stood out even among 2021's vast field of exceptional titles, demonstrating brilliance from conception to execution. Here to present our final award for Best Game is everyone's favorite finger hunter from Elden Ring, star of screens big and small, Sean Dooley.
Hello, fellow tarnished. Sorry, my boy said, don't do that, it won't be funny. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to give it a go. Sorry, Jack. The nominees for Best Game this evening represent only a few of the hundreds of brilliant games released in the last year. Though these games share a category, each one stands on its own as an example of games at their very best. And they've all earned this award many times over, and each is deserving of the highest praise. But unfortunately, we've only got one BAFTA. So here we go. The nominees are
Best Game. Deathloop.
I have Clank.
Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart.
Oh, wow. I am fine, Ratchet. In fact, I am beginning to like my new look.
This forest contains extensive ruins of a xenotype civilization.
Returnal.
Walls, foundations, and statues. The forest is a swamp now. That can't be here.
Inscription.
We can't lower that staircase without those fuses.
It takes two.
Fuses? They just ran away. I mean, did you see them when they run fuse legs?
Worry about that later.
Forza Horizon 5.
And the BAFTA goes to Returnal.
It sounds like a cliche, but that was such a close race. So many incredible games made under incredibly difficult circumstances that Returnal is clearly a deserving winner.
I am so happy for the team. I think it is richly deserved. I mean, it's just, I think, how many wins is that tonight now? 3?
3.
Yeah, incredible stuff. Really happy for them.
Oh, good evening, everyone. I'm Ilari Kuittinen, studio head at Housemarque. So proud to represent the team. Part of the team is here, part of in Helsinki. We won, guys. Hey, yeah. It's been such an honor to be nominated for so many awards, and even winning this one is truly amazing. It's been taking quite a bit of time. We never thought that when we 27 years ago were setting up the company that we would be here accepting this award. Of course, that would be impossible because this award didn't exist 27 years ago. So we over the years we've done so many different games. Best known for maybe shoot 'em up games like Super Stardust or Resogun. We've done also platform games, even point-and-click adventure. We've done so many things, but now we started to do something else 5 years ago when we took on Returnal Challenge. Unfortunately, game director Harry Kruger isn't here, who's supposed to do this talk. But luckily, he gave me great instructions, and he was so courageous that he even wrote an acceptance speech. So I'll go through this speech. So thanks a lot, the Academy, for this amazing award. We poured a lot of love into Returnal, and it's incredibly humbling for our hard work to be recognized in such a profound way. When making Returnal, we all found ourselves in uncharted territory. We had never made a game of this caliber and ambition before. In many ways, we took a leap of faith and had to build our wings while falling. But everyone from the team made such an incredible effort, and the end result surpasses even our wildest expectations what Returnal could be. So Harry likes to extend congratulations for this award to our amazing team at Housemarque, our Sony, PlayStation producers, all the partners and friends who help us make Returnal happen. It's been an honor and privilege to build this game with all you, and together we created something truly special that we can be proud for the rest of our lives. And finally, A big thank to you, all the unsung heroes of every creative industry, our families, partners, and loved ones back home. Thank you for much of your loving support and patience with us, even during the most demanding times. You make this all possible, and you make all this worth it. Thank you, and let's go to party, eh?
Well, with that, we come to the end of the BAFTA Games Awards 2022. What an evening it has been. Congratulations to all of tonight's winners and our fantastic nominees. I know I speak for players across the world when I say we can't wait to see what's next in store. Once again, thank you to all of our official games partners for their support. But most importantly, thanks to you, our audience here and at home, for joining us as we celebrate the 18th Annual British Academy Games Awards. For those watching at home, the night isn't over. If you aren't already, you can tune in to twitch.tv/BAFTA for our post-show party, where we'll be chatting with nominees, winners, and other very special guests from tonight's ceremony. But for now, I'm Ella City Wood, and it has been a pleasure to celebrate with you this evening. Good night.
Yes, what an amazing host she's been. But we have got plenty more for you at home this evening, so make sure you're tuned in to twitch.tv/BAFTA if you're not already here with us. I'm Aoife Wilson.
And I'm Frankie Ward, and we're going to be with you for the next 90 minutes at our post-show party, bringing you the inside scoop on this evening's events with our many guests, nominees and winners. We will see you there.